And we are back with disc 2 of the White Album. I am just going to get straight into this. I'm not going to stall. Let's go. Track 1 of disc 2, technically track 18, Birthday. My favorite pizza. This is gonna sound disgraceful to some people. My favorite pizza is Hawaiian. Second opener is better. I absolutely agree. I think this is an incredible way to start off disc 2. This song is an incredible burst of energy to start off disc 2. It is way stronger of an opener than the opener on disc 1 was, and I feel like, honestly, this could have been the opener on disc 1, and it would have been a really weird but really fun way to start the album off. Stuffed crust is a W. I do like stuffed crust a lot. What the hell happened? It's like throughout disc 1, all of the songs were like really good, but not really that memorable. And then they start off disc 2 with like the most immediate, in-your-face, catchy, memorable song imaginable. That was great. I'll give that one like a flat 9. That was an incredible way to start off disc 2. Imagine this album opening with the birthday song. Exactly. I feel like the birthday song, unironically, could have been the opener. It would have been weird. It wouldn't have made much sense. But it would have set the tone really well for the album, with it being just like them, with this being like a melting pot of just a bunch of ideas being thrown into the mix. Next track, Yer Blues.
Yes, I'm lonely. Lonely. Wanna die. And you know what it's worth. I'm lonely.
Oh, Dylan? Bob Dylan reference? Oh my god, guys. This album's a 10, he made a Bob Dylan reference. Oh wait, was that actually a Bob Dylan reference? Wait, because he said Mr. Jones. Bob Dylan has the, like, reporter song called Mr. Jones, doesn't he? Oh my god, actual Bob Dylan reference. That's crazy. Oh, wait, okay. Ooh. They met Dylan in 1964 and he got him high. Damn. Why is the second disc of this album starting so much stronger than disc 1 did? These first two songs, they're like so high energy, so like silly and fun, and they're actually doing something super unique, and it's like they saved all their best ideas for the back half of the album. This song is like going crazy right now. I love this. It's not taking itself seriously. It's just a goofy song. Oh, the bass is fantastic as well. Fade out's kind of whatever. I honestly like that like a little more than the previous song. I'll give that one, well, like a 9.3. That was amazing. It was so aggressive. It wasn't taking itself too seriously. It was like really unique in comparison to the rest of the album. It was way heavier. It was like way more intense. The way it built was incredible. I love the writing on here. The writing was just so silly and so fun. Yeah, second disc of this album is off to an amazing start. Next track, Mother Nature's Son. Disc 2 is definitely more entertaining. Disc 1 was still solid though. It's looking like that's probably going to be the case, yeah. You hate goofy songs, you don't want to hear something silly? I like when they do something silly. You know, last night while I was on call with some of my friends, I played them, I was talking to my friend B about like our music tastes and stuff, and we were like sharing songs and stuff. I played her the song Spinal Meningitis Got Me Down by Ween, and then I played her I Can't Put My Finger on It. She was not very impressed by either of those two songs. Maybe I shouldn't have played her something. I've only heard like the first couple songs on Chocolate and Cheese. But I probably should have played her something off of like The Mollusk or Quebec, and not something off of Chocolate and Cheese. But seeing her reaction to those songs was very funny. Oh, speaking of B, there she is. Second half of this album is just picking the hell up. Seriously. Even that song, it was like there were a lot of more acoustic songs on the first half of the album as well, but that one just felt like it was way more impactful, way more unique, way more fun and memorable. I enjoyed the writing way more. I feel like the instrumental was more varied and more engaging. More like another flat 9. Who is better, Chris Novoselic or Shavo Adagian? And don't rant about the errors. No. Next track, everybody's got something to hide except me and my monkey.
You girls, come on, come on.
Love the vocal production on this song. It's so good. The writing too. Oh my god. That song was really good. Moving into the back half of this it's just like so much stronger than side A. I'm like actually remembering the songs a lot better. This is incredible. That song isn't my favorite of the back half so far, but I'd still give it like a high 8. It's like an 8.8. And that was amazing. Track 22, ladies and gentlemen. 22. Sexy Sadie.
Sexy Sadie,
This inspired Karma Police.
have you done?
Oh my god, yeah, no kidding, this inspired Karma Police. Do it again. Listen, that song inspired Radiohead, so it's actually, I'm giving it a 10, because it's a, no, I'm joking. The song is actually like a 9.5, that was one of my favorites so far. That was one of the catchiest. Yes, that it did inspire one of the best songs off of my favorite album, but that is not the reason it gets such a high score. It gets such a high score because it was legitimately very enjoyable and one of the more memorable songs so far. Next track, Helter Skelter. I think I've heard this song before. Isn't this the song where he goes, I've got blisters on my fingers at the end?
When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide. Where I stop and I turn. Don't you want me to love you?
I have heard this song though. I know that.
Will you, won't you want me to make you?
The fake out outro is actually pretty cool. This too is finally better. Yeah, I agree. This too. Oh, the stream got taken down. Did he commands in chat at some point? He does say I got blisters on my fingers at the end. Yeah, that song is one of my favorites so far. I love just how aggressive and intense that one is. The way it just like keeps up that level of intensity the entire way through. I feel like the second fake out ending and then the way it comes back in is a little awkward. But besides that, that song is great. That one like a 9.4. Next track, Long Long Long. Vocals are incredible on this one. The hell is this? That was a very cool outro. That song was just like another one of my favorites so far. The back half of this album has just been incredible. That one was a lot more chill than the past couple songs, where the past couple songs have all been a lot more immediate and a lot more in your face. This one is just a lot more relaxed and laid back, and I honestly love that. And then you get that to that incredible outro bit there with like the weird ass instrumental. That was very intriguing. I don't really get why it was there, but it sounded great, and it worked pretty well in context. 9.3. Next track is Revolution 1. I'm too young to get this album, kid, go play with worms. Yeah. Another thing I'm picking up on is that the disc 2 of this is a lot more cohesive. Like, these songs actually work back to back. It doesn't feel like just ideas being thrown in. It actually feels like there's a level of, like, consistency, and, like, the track listing actually makes sense here. Much faster and immediate version of this song. I honestly like the pace of this one. Again, this is just a much more consistent, much more immediate, much more, like, memorable and engaging than this one is. That song was just so fun and actually memorable, and it felt like it actually had a lot more, like, meaning than a lot of the stuff on disc 1 did. One of my favorite instrumentals so far, too. I loved how just, like, ridiculous that one was. And they're saying there's, like, a different version of it that's, like, more immediate and, like, faster paced. I honestly think the pacing of that one was, like, practically perfect. Yeah, that one a 9.5. We are down to the final 5. Next track, Honey Pie.
She was a working girl, and if she could only hear me come home. Oh, honey pie, you're driving me frantic. Sail across the Atlantic.
I love the sound of this song. It's got, like, it's sounding like it's like a 30s song being played through, like, an old radio. It's so cool. This is so cool. Where was this level of, like, creativity on disc 1? Like, disc 1 was good, but it didn't have anything as, like, creative or, like, actually genuinely unique as this did. This is so cool.
I like this kind of hot kind of music. Hot kind of music. Play it down, honey pie. You are making me crazy.
Yeah, even, like, that song, it isn't, like, my favorite on the album up to this point, but still, the creativity and the uniqueness. Bro, where was this on disc 1, is basically what I'm saying. Disc 1 had its, like, moments of, like, really cool creative moments, but not as many as, like, disc 2 was having up to this point. That was so cool. Like, the 30s aesthetic sounding like it's coming out of, like, an old radio. It's so cool. I've not heard any band make a song like that. You know what I'm saying? That's so cool. That one's, yeah, I guess a flat 9. Next track, Savoy Truffle. Most songs need brass like that, exactly. Speaking of great brass. Oh, he made a reference to a previous song. I think that was my favorite so far. I genuinely think that was my favorite song up to this point. Yeah, that one a 9.7. That was, like, smooth as hell. The brass instrumentation was amazing. The vocals on that one was surprisingly, like, one of my favorite performances up to this point. That was, like, actually incredible. Yeah, 9.7. That was great. Next track, Cry Baby Cry.
Cry, baby, cry. Make your mother sign of the king. Cry, baby, cry.
You know, this is clearly a Melanie Martinez reference.
Cry, baby, cry.
The most unhinged Beatles reaction? Exactly, because I decided to involve you people in the video.
Can you take me back where I came from?
That was probably my least favorite song on this 2 so far, but still, it was, like, solid as all hell. I still think it was, like, really great. I give it, like, an 8.7. Yeah, it's just the one I feel like I'd return to the least out of the ones we've heard so far. It's, like, the least memorable. Yeah, that's probably my least favorite so far. On this 2, at least. Still, great regardless. Down to the final 2. Next track, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. We have Revolution 9. They said a swear word on a Beatles song. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. You hear that? That's a reversed instrumental. They're just ripping off Nude by Radiohead. Is this a Swan song? Yeah. Can't believe they'd rip off MSI like that, yeah. The sound collage / music concrete piece. I know what sound collage is, I don't know what a music concrete piece is. Song inspired Big Smoke, yeah. Do you reckon this inspired Kanye's verse on the Fall Out Boy song? Exactly, Kid Rock would blend right in this. Detroit the song, wow. Jaden Smith feature when, that's what I've been thinking this whole time. The car's on fire. There's no driver at the wheel. Whoa. It's gonna rain. Exactly, where's Yoko Ono when you need her? Imagine if they performed this at one of their shows. Didn't they, like, stop doing shows by this point? They just became, like, an albums band? Their shows were over by 66. Yeah, this came out in 1968. Wow. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Trent Reznor could never do this. They were so brave putting this out. That song literally sounded like a nightmare. It literally sounded like being in the middle of a nightmare. Like, it's just bouncing around between different things happening with no through line. It's like when you're in a dream and then you, like, turn around a corner and you're just somewhere completely different, but you don't question it. That's what this song felt like. It felt like either being on drugs or being in the middle of a nightmare. That, yeah, people say that's the best Beatles song. I can completely understand that. I would give that genuinely a 10 based on what it was going for, but I would never, ever, ever re-listen to that again because it was just that odd and off and weird. That was pretty incredible, but, like, that's probably something I'm not ever going to find myself, like, listening to casually. Yeah, that was certainly an experience of a song. Next track, track 30, final song. We're finally here. Good night. Alright. Literally goes hard on mute. Hello? John, Paul, George, Ringo, where are you? It's one of those tracks where it's just minutes of silence before an actual song kicks in. So it is just a hidden track. Right, we're skipping through the silence. Oh, oops. Is it? Wait, hold on. Oh no, there was just no audio coming through. Okay. I thought it was a hidden track. Just wasn't playing any audio. The sound of silence, but good, exactly. Yeah, film soundtrack. Orchestral ending is actually hitting with you. Same. Simon and Garfunkel, The Sound of Silence, but good. Exactly. Strong closer? I agree. Very strong closer. That was a absolutely incredible way of wrapping this album up. That was amazing. Yeah, the orchestral, almost movie soundtrack sound to that worked perfectly. And it was about the best closer I could ask for. I'm feeling a 9.7 on that. That was the White Album. That was an hour and 33 minutes of one of the strangest album experiences I have ever had. Disc 1 of this album is pretty, like, really good. It's solid as hell. But it doesn't feel all that unique. And just kind of feels like a melting pot of a few too many ideas at certain points. And it lacks any cohesion. But then you move into disc 2, and it's way more cohesive. The ideas that they're putting in feel way more refined and way more fleshed out. Even just like the individual songs themselves are way more memorable and there are way more standouts on the second half of this album compared to the first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add up my scores for each individual disc, and then I'm going to tell you my overall score for, like, the album as a whole. My score for disc 1 of this album is an 8.1. My score for disc 2 on this album is a 9.3. And my overall score is... Hold on a sec, let me run the calculations. My overall score... a 0. Yeah, my overall score for this album is a 0. Now, my overall score for this album is an 8.6. It's not quite as good as Abbey Road. In fact, I don't think it's anywhere near as strong as that album is. But it's still very, very good. Still one that I think definitely rewards listening to it, like, all the way through front to back. And probably would reward multiple listens as well. I think if I listen to this thing again, I might even end up enjoying it a bit more. But yeah, as of right now, it is at an 8.6. And that was the White Album. Let me know what you think of this album down below in the comments. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Why? Make sure you like and subscribe. Our goal is 1,000 subs by September. Join the Discord. The link for that is in the description if you want to interact with me and these good chatters over here. Yeah. I will see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye-bye.